here. His name is Justin Daring. Justin, can you come up here, please? He's going to assist us and be the Grandmaster for this scene. So we're going to have fun with this. Hope you enjoy it. I think he might know the lines by heart by now, so. I try to do this from memory without looking at this, but we'll see.
No, okay.
Just getting started.
No.
We only got 2 mics, so we're gonna share the microphones. Okay, here we go. And action.
Grandmaster, in honor of the Lin Kuei, I bring you the sacred map of elements.
Once again, our most cunning assassin and thief is successful. At ease, my Lin Kuei warrior.
Greetings! I see the ninja's been successful in retrieving my map, as I have foreseen.
Let's get something straight. I am not a ninja. I am Lin Kuei. Scorpion was a ninja.
Ah, yes, your Japanese counterpart. How unfortunate that you happened upon him in your battle with those pesky Shaolin monks.
Scorpion was tipped off. He knew I was going to that temple. If he wasn't there, there wouldn't have been a battle. You are responsible for this, sorcerer.
Well, I've also retained Scorpion services. In case you failed, I needed some assurance.
The peace of mind almost cost me this mission. Enough!
Quan Chi, tell me, what about our payment?
Oh yes, I almost forgot. The bones of your arch nemesis and leader of Scorpion's ninja clan. That's where I drop a bag of bones.
Our ancient foes, vanquished in one transaction.
And I've personally made certain that every last remnant of his clan has been eliminated. Forever.
You see, Sub-Zero, you can trust a sorcerer sometimes. Now, you will use this map on your next mission. Quan Chi has once again retained your services.
This map you stole leads the way to a temple which predates man's recorded history on Earth. The Temple of Elements has been hidden in what is now known as the Himalayan mountains of Nepal. This map is the only evidence of its existence.
Fine, we'll get to the temple, and then what? What then?
A small amulet. Worthless to you, but let's just say it has great sentimental value to me.
If it's so precious, why don't you get it yourself?
I cannot enter the temple until the 4 elements within its walls have been defeated. And I'm not on the best of terms with the gods of your realm, especially your god of thunder.
Tell me about these elements.
The elements are the 4 elements which comprise the very existence of your realm. Earth, wind, water, and fire. With your mastery of the elements of cold, you have an advantage that no other human has. And that is the ability to defeat the elements. I have foreseen this. And that's a take. That's one.
There was a song on that album that I listened to the most. It was,
All right, what are we doing next? Oh,
song, right?
oh, Serena. Okay. Oh boy, I think I could do this one without this paper here. So, a chair. That's what I need. I need a chair. So this is. Can you read the setup of the way the temple is? The lean-in. This is when Serena comes to to inform Quan Chi that I guess Sub-Zero's on his way.
So from high atop a tower.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. High atop a tower, overlooking the prison's crushed gates, three figures watch as Sub-Zero makes his way to freedom. They are Quan Chi's personal assassins, Serena, Kia, and Jataka. Sounds good. Okay. Shinnok's pyramid looms over the dark horizon. Its size accentuates the round shape of the hellish planet. Quan Chi's sanctuary, Shinnok's pyramid. Within its walls, Quan Chi is well aware of Sub-Zero's plight. He is admiring Shinnok's amulet as Serena enters the sanctuary.
There was music behind this. It made it kind of eerie.
And usually before I had to do anything, I would do like this kind of thing. Okay. Are we ready?
Hit it.
Scene. Sir, immortal.
She messed up already. Not just good. Go ahead.
Sir, a mortal has escaped from the prison of souls. He is headed towards the gates, towards the sea of immortality. Can I do that again?
Yeah, do it again.
Okay.
This is kind of how it went. It was, Go ahead.
Yes, here we go.
We had fun with this.
Sir, a mortal has escaped from the prison of souls. He is headed toward the sea of immortality.
Immortal.
Yes, a mortal, with the ability to freeze.
Alert the keepers and send a full garrison to intercept. Make sure that he does not cross the bridge.
The keepers? But he's just a mortal.
Do not question me, Serena. And more importantly, do not fail me. We have toyed with the ninja long enough. There were a couple of scenes we did with this, and the first time we did it, I think I said, instead of the ninja, I said the linja. And that kind of went into this whole thing where Leah started laughing and I started laughing, and it was pretty cool. What did I say?
Well, then there was also this like very intense like when you came to deliver your first line, and then there was this long pause, and I forgot my line, and you hear in the back.
Yeah, and then I forgot my
so
line.
So hard.
I think you told me I suck.
I did tell you suck.
Yeah.
Because he forgot his line and I finally remembered mine. So
And I said, do not question, and I said, forget it, right?
Right.
But and I said, we have toyed with the ninja. Oh, forget it. We, you, me, everybody in this. I can't say the word. In this effing room.
Yeah, what was interesting is Rich and I had us, I don't know if you remember the game, but they made us continually do a circle around each other.
oh yeah.
He had these giant spikes coming off his costume. And a couple times he turned a different way, and I did. This guy like spike in my eye. Like,
Did you really? I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
he slammed into the camera once a couple
Are
of
you
times.
sure that I didn't get you in the side? Because he does have a scar here.
Yes, you did. You got me.
See?
Scarred down.
Yeah, see? That's all right. Anyway,
Should we take some questions?
Yeah, does anybody have any questions?
Anybody out in the audience
About
have any
any
questions
filming
for
or
us?
anything like that you're wondering about, like how long it took or how we got these jobs?
Oh, we're still standing.
okay, who's the guy in the purple jacket back there? Come on up here. Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, bring him up here. What's your question?
So I was just wondering, how was it doing like the whole photography stuff, like the first few games back when you guys did it?
The question was how was it when we did the first couple of games? It was fun. You were able to work with your friends and work on something that was creative. We did not know that the game was going to turn out to be, something that was a worldwide phenomenon. But a lot of pizza we ate, and it was an 8-hour shoot sometimes. So a lot of food, ordering out, and just being creative with your friends, in front of a camera and coming up with things on the fly, which was pretty cool. But very enjoyable experience, and I'll never forget it. John?
Yeah, it was interesting. I came in at Mortal Kombat 3, and then I did Ultimate and Mythologies, but when I got there, I got through an audition for my acting aid, and I had no idea what they wanted, but I have a martial arts background, so I went in and I had to do a bunch of kicks and punches and things like that, and then I had no clue about Mortal Kombat or what it was, so I had to learn about the game. Well, I'm a little older, didn't know a lot about the gaming, but I was a policeman at the time, so it's a little funny story. And after I did the game, and I realized how popular it was, I had told the chief of police, hey, I just did this game, it's pretty cool, it's really popular, I don't know, maybe the kids will like it. And we were at a DARE graduation, and the chief gets up in the middle of it, and it's a room full of kids and their parents, and he says, hey, how many kids in here like Mortal Kombat? And everybody raises their hand, and they're like, do you know Sub-Zero? And they all raise their hand, he goes, he's sitting right there at the table. So I end up getting swarmed by all these kids and signing autographs, and we get back to the station, and the chief goes, why didn't you tell me the game was so violent, ripping heads off and stabbing people? I had every parent in town calling me, telling me, how can you promote such a bad game? And I'm just like, well, you didn't really ask me, so I just told you, So, I mean, I had so many stories from after doing this game of running into people on the street, and, actually one time I was in an arcade, and I was standing behind a kid, and I'm like, wow, this is the first time I saw it. This kid's playing the game, and the person I'm with taps him on his shoulder and says, hey man, Sub-Zero's standing right behind you? And he's playing me at the time. He looks at me and says, yeah, you look a little like him. I go, no, really, that is me. He goes, what the heck? And the next thing I know, I got swarmed by a bunch of people then too. So, I mean, the list goes on and on of just cool things that have happened, and along the way, everybody we've met, I just want you guys all to know, we really appreciate your support. Without you guys, we would be nothing, and it's funny how every one of you that gives me a story, we relive everything through you. And so many of your stories are heartwarming, and so many of them are just really fun to hear. And like that's one of them that I had. So whenever you see me, or if you don't see me on Instagram and you have a story, I'd love to hear them. They're all really so heartwarming and fun to hear. And again, thank you for your support.
Just to kind of pick up where John left off, coming into Mortal Kombat, similar to John, I knew nothing about the video game. I was Brian Glenn's fiance at the time, and Brian Glenn had been cast as Shao Kahn, and it was kind of one of those things of being at the right place at the right time. I was also a personal trainer at World Gym in Chicago, and we were colleagues with John Parrish, who plays Jax. So when I came in for the MK3 audition for Sindel, I don't know if you noticed, but Sindel's character has different movements. And it was because, my background is in martial arts and was in Taekwondo. I didn't have the capacity and the flexibility as some of the, my other colleagues that could do like the traditional classic, holds and kicks and punches. And so for me, my experience was, kind of all new and exciting, and just so grateful that I had the opportunity to audition and be cast for Sindel. And maybe some of you know, Brian and I were actually engaged at the time. And we would get into, relationship fights. And we would come home and fight. And I would be Sindel, and he would, be Shao Kahn. So that was fun. And then after Sindel, I was called in to be cast as Serena, and that was a lot of fun. We had a lot of great time. And just to be a part of something that's so incredible, to see how things evolved, still not even really knowing much. I mean, I learned from you. I learned from the fans. I learned from, your questions. You give me insight on what's the current status, and it's been such a gift and a privilege to be able to get to know the fans that come out to these events. And now that we're in a new time, it's going to be exciting to hang out at the rest of this event and see what's left to come. But thank you so much for your fanship and your support. And I too, I appreciate your one-on-one contacts, and always like getting your direct messages, and stay in touch and keep us posted. We're here to support you just as much as you support us. Thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you, everybody.
Very cool.
We're good. Everyone have fun. That's what it's all about. And be safe. Finish it.
Yeah.